Hi, here's your quick little core Pilates workout with the mini ball. We're going to start standing, then we're going to take it down to the mat. So I love this little Pilates ball. It's so versatile. It's so accessible. You get this on Amazon or like Dick's, wherever you go for your sporting stuff. So reasonable. I think this was like $6. So roll it in the hands, just get everything going. All right. All right, we're going to bring that ball down. Bring it up and bring it down just with your inhale and exhale, setting yourself up for a great 10 to 15 minute workout. We're going to add a little tricep to this. So we're going to go up, down, up, and we're going to keep that going. So just kind of thinking about your breath, thinking about beautiful alignment, control, center through the abdominals here and the feet. Good. We're just getting warm. Nice. Sync it with your breath. Hold the next one up, and we're going to go side to side. So a little gentle press into the ball. These exercises are just going to flow one into the other. Some of my favorite Pilates ball exercises, standing and on the mat. So almost everything you can do on the mat, you can do standing. The key here is how much are you pressing into the ball? How much are you breathing and concentrating? The more you do, the more you get out of it. Last one, bring it in. All right, we're going to bring that ball to our hip. We're going to go alternating halo. So I'm just going over. This is a great one to do every day. You don't even need a ball. You could just close your hands together. Really gets the shoulders warmed up, the joints going. We need that joint mobility every day. Even if it's a 5-minute routine you can do just every morning and every night. It's restorative at night, and it's a warm up for the day when you do it in the morning. Good, last one. Good. All right, we're just going to do a little squat with the press out. Doesn't have to be a big squat. The weight goes back. Remember, you don't squat like this. Even though my heels are down, it's not correct form. And then just bring it out on some diagonals. See how it feels. So experiment with planes of motion. Good. Press into the ball. Nice long fingers here. Good. Getting those hips warm too, which is essential for core work. Good. All right. We're going to bring the ball up with a little arch in the back. Core is engaged, and we're going to roll. Standing roll down. Now the goal is not to touch the floor. The goal is to separate the vertebrae one by one into a rounded spine, like a cat, and really make that connection. If you feel a little tightness in your back, take it slow and really try to work the breath through it. Gentle press into the ball, getting a little bit more open, a little bit more extension as you come up. Sometimes the slower you go, the harder it is, almost always. All right. One more, and this time we're going to put the ball on the floor. We're just going to fold forward. Use that ball as a little cushion. The further out the ball is, a little bit more of a back stretch you're going to get. So if you want more legs, just take it here. And then bend the knees, roll it up. Nice job. All right, we're going to bring that ball to the side. We're just going to do some side bends here. We're getting into a little bit more work phase now. And you can do these a little bit more if you find one exercise that you like more than another. You can just repeat it. Maybe write these down. Good. The ball is rolling. Sometimes what I see in class is this, and we're just like pressing in. No, the ball is rolling down further and further. Good. one, and we are switching sides. So I'm giving you some of my favorites. Ball is such a nice tool. Can't say enough about it. Gives you a little bit more precision, a little bit more feedback in some of the exercises. You'll see that when we get on the floor a little bit. So the goal is to reach further and further. Use your breath. And last one. Good, we're gonna bring that ball in, and we're gonna have the elbows out, and we're gonna twist side to side. Now, if you want, you can take the ball behind and make the arms a little bit longer of a lever. We're gonna be doing this on the floor with a little bow and arrow move. So this is a nice one, keeping the core nice and neutral. Tuck the pelvis under. So in every position, pretty much we're in neutral. Keep going with this. Let me show you something. So in standing, we are neutral, okay? So you wouldn't want to exercise here. You wouldn't want to exercise here. So we kind of roll through the pelvis, and we find that neutral. Same thing when we're on our back. All right, come on in. We're going to roll down. We're going to take that ball between the thighs. We're going to roll down and walk out to a downward facing dog. So walking out and just gently pressing into the ball and bringing the heels down. If they don't touch, that's okay. And the shoulders are down away from your ears. And we're going to go to a bear to down dog. So you're going to squeeze the ball. You're going to go down and up. So just like you're almost going to go with the knees into the mat, and then you come right back up. So having the ball there gives you a little bit more stability through the pelvis. It also makes it a little harder because you're engaging the abdominals a little more, where you might have one leg take over. Now you're kind of forcing the legs to move together. Again, it's great for feedback and to assist in some of these exercises. All right, we're gonna hold that bear position, and we're gonna squeeze the ball for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, knees are hovering, 2, 1, bring it down, sit into child's pose. Come on up to all fours. You're going to keep the ball there. That's going to help you get a little more feedback on the core. So to point your toes, bring the hips back a little. You're going to bring the arm closest to knee up. Put it down, other side. So we're going to be threading the needle. I like to do a few of these where we just open each side, because this is a tough one. To get one arm all the way up as high as you can and as straight from your fingertips to the floor. Usually one shoulder is more open. And now we're going to take the arm closest to me, and we're going to thread it under and come right back up. So we bend the elbow and thread. And on the next one, we're going to hold it down. If that doesn't work for you, to keep going with the thread to open and just kind of melt. Beautiful stretch for the thoracic spine. You can also keep this arm closer to you. You can also put it on your low back. But if that gives you tension in the neck, go with the one that gives you the best result. Bring it in, reach that arm up, and bring it down other side. So we're going to bring that arm up, thread it under. So we'll do 2 or 3. The slower you go, the harder it is. On the third one, we're going to keep it down there unless you want to keep going. Good. Take the arm out. This is my favorite. It gives me a nice stretch. Notice if you're pressing your head into the floor, it should be fairly light and you're reaching through these fingertips. Bring this arm in, bring that right arm up, or the arm away from me, up, bring it down. Nice job. All right. We're going to take the ball in one hand. Other hand is down. We're going to reach out into bird dog, and we're going to go bird dog crunch. So reach. You're also working the glutes here. And the ball comes just above the knee, and I want you to push the ball into the thigh and the thigh into the ball. Feeling that imbalance. Seeing how far you can reach away. Hold the next one out. And then just keep the arm out, but pulse the leg. If you want, you can pulse the upper body too. Good. Nice and controlled. Hold everything out away from the body now. And bring it in. We're going to switch sides. That crunch. And press. And you want to try to get that leg up at about hip height. It might not be as high, but you don't want it to be over the hip because you don't want to arch the back. So really taking it slow so that when your arm is away and your leg is away, you're really taking that moment there to feel for that imbalance. To squeeze the glute and to reach. Little contact there as you press. Ball into thigh. Hold this one out. Pulse. Make sure you're not looking up. Nice and controlled. Good. Reach to the crown of the head. Get longer and longer here. Ooh, hold it. Hold. Reach away. And bring it in. Take a nice little child's pose. Okay. Nice job. All right. Let's go into one of my favorites. Now, you can make this harder by putting your hand on the ball, or you can have your hand down and you can lift. Actually, let's lift here. We're just going to lift the leg. So you can be here or you can be here. Let's go. Definitely harder with your hand on the ball, a little bit more unstable. Reach through this arm, don't let it kind of collapse. So you're working the obliques, you're working the outer thigh, getting a little more here. All these moves, that's why you don't have to do too many. Good. Now we're going to hold here, reach, crunch. Again, you can do it with the ball in your top hand. So you want to kind of get a little feedback from the ball. Are you white knuckling the ball? Try to keep it light. Elbow to that outer hip or outer thigh. And again, you're reaching away. Really reach. 2 more, you can do it. Last one. Bring it down. Nice job. Take a little child's pose forward. Nice job. All right, we're going to go right to the other side. So whatever you did on one side, try to do it to the other. And you might find one side a lot easier. Hand is under your shoulder. Make sure you're not out here or here. We're going to lift. You also want to check alignment. So you want to make sure that ball is in the same line with that bottom knee. Reach to this arm. It's hard because you have to think about a lot of things here. That's what I'm here for, to remind you. You can also tap that toe down if you want. Everything is working here. Abs, obliques, leg, glute, breath, alignment, posture. Your back muscles are working. Now hold it up, reach, and crunch. It's much harder on this side for me. Reach. So don't underestimate the reach, okay? We don't want speed. We want precision and control. Again, these are just a few of my favorites. Feel for that instability. The back toe is pointed. That's going to give you a little bit less stability. So, God, you can do it. Come on. Feeling that glute. Give me 2 more. Woo. Last one. And bring it down. Ooh, take a nice little child's pose. All right, so we're going to go into a prone position now. And if this bothers you, you can do this kneeling, okay? We're going to be doing this, not this, okay? We're going to lift the chest. So you can go to kneeling if this position bothers you. All right. Ooh. All right, we're going to take the ball behind us. And we're going to point our toes. Our feet are apart. And a strong press of the hip into the mat. The glutes are tight. The abdominals are pulled in and up, not here. Okay? I'm going to press down, but you're pulling navel into spine like that bracing we're doing the whole time. So we're going to lift and crunch. Lift. Shouldn't say crunch. I don't know why I said that. So you can do this without the back extension. See how my head is just hovering? Okay, so you can take it here. This is excellent for posture if you do a lot of sitting. So maybe you do the back extension on that one, and then just bend and straighten. I like that. All the way up. Try to get that ball off of your back. Ooh. One more. Ooh, hold it there and just open. Little pulses up. You can do this with or without a back extension. Ooh, come up a little higher if you can. Keep the shoulder blades down. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come out of it. Ooh. All right, one more before we switch positions. We're going to take the ball in front. We're just going to pass 4 times in each direction. Slow, precise. All right. Again, we're going to pass the ball. Chest is up. You can also do this with the legs up. And the slower you go, the harder it is. So you want those arms long. And then go the other way. And you can also flutter the legs. I'm just giving you some options here. Notice we haven't even come to our back yet. Think about all the core work we're doing. Last one. Ooh, nice. Stretch it out. Come up. Take a nice little child's pose. You always want to stretch in child's pose after you do any kind of extension. All right, we're going to take the ball behind us. This is one of my favorites. We're going to go to arm floats. So the ball you are leaning into, but you're not collapsing into. So the ball's supporting you, you're supporting the ball. Hold it here and just kind of feel for that bracing. I'm going to keep my spine right where it is, and we're going to float the arms one at a time. And just see how this feels. Nice straight arm. Good. And we're going to go opposite arm, opposite leg, out and out. So that's another layer you can add on. Another layer you can add on, both. It's a little harder with both arms up over your head. What I see sometimes with this is this. You know, if you can't get your arms over your head, you're going to compensate. We don't want that. Then just stick with singles, and then before you know it, you'll be doing a double. Give me one more. Good. Ooh. Take a little stretch forward. We're going to put the ball between the thighs now. Remember that bow and arrow we were talking about doing? We did it Standing, we're going to do it here. Nice straight spine, sit up tall, shoulders down. We're going to bow and arrow. Other side. Now, you are going down, but what I don't want to see is this. Sometimes I say, oh, your elbow may touch the floor. And then people think, oh, my elbow should touch the floor. Only if it's going to be good for you. Only if your body is going to be in alignment when you do it. So for the first few, I'm not doing that. You know, maybe it will, but I'm not trying to touch the floor. It just kind of will happen. And you want to think straight line. I'm going to pause here for a moment. From fingertip to elbow, so I'm not here. You might be in the beginning. You might be there. If your shoulder's tight. Hold the next one. Squeeze the ball and pulse for 8, 7. Squeezing the ball. The ball's there for a reason to help you get more control and connection to your core. Keep reaching, pulling. Come up and go to the other side. You might have more range on the other side. Give that ball a squeeze. That's what it's there for. And last one. Whew. All right. We're going to roll down. You're going to put the ball between your legs. That'll help you with your roll downs. And we're going to roll. Now you might roll here and come up and then C-shape the spine. Okay? You might roll all the way down. I'm going to have you keep your arms here. I'm going to save a little time. And then come up and round. I'm not looking to touch my toes. If you look, I'm C-shaping the spine. Now you can also lower your head. That's going to be a little harder. And then your arms are going to stay here as you nod the chin and roll. So you can take any part of that and just find it and flow with it for the next few seconds here. So I like to pause here, look at my feet, reaching up and then rolling. Again, that ball will help you get a greater connection. Good. You can also do the full variation with the arms over, but you're still stopping here. You're not going up like that. You're controlling, pausing, connecting. Last one. I'm going to roll it all the way down this time. And bend the knees. Ooh. Okay. Let's come up to tabletop. So squeeze the ball. It's a little bit more advanced. If you want, you can take the ball out and do a single tabletop tap down. We're going to go both. Arms are up. And I'm going to go both arms and both legs. Again, the option is maybe one arm, one leg. And you're thinking about that same angle at your knee, that you're not bending and straightening the knee. So you want to feel, you can even take your hands here and do a few with your hands on your pelvis and really connect there. That's probably my favorite. But if you want to take it up a notch and do the full, you can even add a crunch at the top. Imagine you have a tennis ball behind your knee. Keep that ball squeezed. All right, one more. Ooh, hold it here and reach for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Squeeze the ball. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, hug the knees in. Ooh. We're going to blow through a couple of exercises and then finish up. So we'll lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. Single leg stretch. Breathe in and breathe out. I'm not cueing a lot of breathing because I want you to breathe where you insert and where you need that breath. Head, neck, and shoulders up. You can also do this with your head down. We're going to go right into scissors. Same thing here. You can pull for 2. Again, you can have your head down. As long as there's no tension in the head. good to know that position is there. We're going to go double leg stretch, which we kind of did with the ball. Bring both knees in and then reach out. So we reach and extend. It's a tough one. You can always do this with your head down. So it's again, how far can you shoot arm and leg away from your center? Notice my tailbone is down, that I'm not lifting the hips. Circle the arms around the reach. One more. And now put your hands behind your head. Or double bicycle. 2 and 2 and 2. Got it. See how far you can shoot the leg away. If you feel like you're rocking side to side, I want you to imagine you're on a step bench so that you can't roll off that step bench. So you're really pressing heavy into the tailbone. And now singles for 8, 7, 6, 5. Really extend away. Twist. 2, 1. Hug the knees in. And we're going to do a nice variation of the 100 in a boat position to finish. Head, neck, and shoulders up. We're going to roll up, and the goal is to not have your feet on the mat when you roll up. So it's a little just one rolling like a ball. So we're going to nod the chin, eyes to your inner thighs, shoulders down, because if they're up here, it will not work. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, roll up. Ooh, find your boat here or here, and we're going to press. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. You can flip the palms down for 5 and up for 5. It's a nice variation. You can be up here and out. Nice strong arms. You can be here. This is one of my favorite positions to do the 100 in, because you can go here, then you can say, you know what, I'm dropping, but I'm still in my core, right? I like flipping. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost there. Last one. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. And bring it in. Ooh. Take a little 90-90. Ooh. Grab your ball. Excellent job. Ooh. Runaway ball. Hopefully you felt your core. And we got in some nice mobility. So 90-90, front leg bent, back leg bent. Take the ball to your side. Nice little mermaid stretch. Side to side. So cool down that spine. A few more here. Excellent job. If you have any questions, let me know. Those are some of my favorites. I know I sped through a lot of them, but you can pick your favorites. Maybe pick 1 or 2 and go with it. Last one. Nice. We're going to hold it here. Good. Little mobility move. Lift the knee. Then lift the heel. Do it again. Good. If you want, you can lift the whole leg. Bring it in front. And back. A couple of times. Nice little mobility move for the hips. Last one. We're going to go to the other side. So you can switch. Or take your hands behind you to switch. Hand goes out. Excellent job. Great for travel. Great for just a quick ab burn. And I have so many more to show you. I just picked a few of my favorites with the ball. Some were harder than others. But I think we got a nice little total body workout into. We got some legs, of course. It's hard to just work the core. You know, you're working really the whole body. Even when I do squats, we're working our core. So you don't always have to get on the floor. You don't always have to do crunches to work your core. When you start to lift heavier, you're working your core. Anything standing, you're working your core. Walking, you're working your core. Last one. Bring it in front. Good. And we're going to lift the knee and the foot. I have a little harder time, I'm tighter on this side. And if you want, you can lift the whole leg and bring it in front. Let's do that again. Nice job. All right, we're gonna come on to all fours. We're gonna put the ball between the thighs. We're gonna come up same way we started. Curl the toes under. Deeply engage your lower abdominals. Come up to a bear plank for just a second. Squeeze the ball and then push the hips up. You can pedal the feet here if you like. Shake your head, move it around. Hips high, get a nice stretch through the calves, the hamstrings, the back. And then we're going to walk the hands in one at a time. And roll it up, bend the knees. Grab the ball while you're coming up. Take a nice little extension there. And bring that ball in. Give yourselves a hand. Great job, everybody. And I will see you next time. Let me know how you like that.